All right, you guys. Hello, how are you doing? I hope all is well with each and every last one of you. I just did 2 videos, and actually, those videos really stood out to me. All right. I don't know if people can hear me or not. I don't know if this finna be a video that's I feel this gonna be just a video to really just give some additional clarity the way I see it. Okay. All right. Now, those videos really made, now that I think about it, take me back now to Christ. Uh-huh. It takes me back to Christ. Now, I know a lot of times in my readings, all right, we've been saying that Christ, Spirit have been telling me, Christ, he really didn't go the right way. Like, seriously. And I know that might be a hard pill for a lot of people to really swallow, but Christ didn't go the right way. Okay? And now that I know what I know, Christ sacrificed himself for the wrong peoples. Do you hear me? Christ sacrificed his life for the wrong peoples. He didn't sacrifice for the right peoples. He sacrificed for the wrong peoples. He sacrificed his life for his own enemies. He didn't sacrifice for no world. Yeah, I take it back. Spirit say, yeah, it was a world, but it wasn't the world as we see it. He sacrificed himself for a world, but it wasn't the world like world. Christ wasn't even a part of none of the other. That's why it's so many different nationalities, different religions. Because Christ, he didn't sacrifice for the world. That's why everybody have a right to freedom of speech. Because, see, Christ was only in the United States. He wasn't nowhere else. Because I only say Christ was only in the United States because when you look at the system, it makes sense to me. Because this system is only in where? The United States. Now, some people that may have been feeling some of the things that Christ was teaching, okay? Now, that right there itself is the reason why religion, Christianity, I would say Christianity is taught in other states, in other nations, in other countries. Because those people was believing also in what he was saying. Because, see, one thing about Christ had a lot of backing to a certain extent. And he only got the backing that he got because Christ had what? He had disciples with him. Those that while he was impartating his teaching into, okay, when he was putting his teaching into his disciples, his disciples had to do what? They had to go out and get and recruit and bring others into the loop. Right? So, which means that's why Christianity is worldwide. It started in one area, but it spread it worldwide. Christ didn't sacrifice himself for the world. He sacrificed himself for an area, like in such a way. I would put it like that. And if I had to say the area itself would have been the United States. So I want to look further into this. I know it sounds strange. I know it do, but I can only say what I'm hearing and feeling in my soul, and that's really the way I'm seeing this. This is really the way I'm seeing this. And when you think about it, when Christ was sacrificed, it was some of his own people that was ready to get rid of him, right? Even his own side, best friend, betrayed him. But I wonder what Christ really do, and what I really think Christ really did. Christ was really ready to just maybe make a change. Maybe they didn't want to change, because a change may bring even a greater change. Who knows? Who knows? But that's how I see this. But there's no reason for it. And it wasn't no reason for that. If he felt that what he needed to do. Because when you think about it, what did it really accomplish? It didn't accomplish nothing. We still live in the biblical stories to this day. Some are. But everyone I try to run across, I want to close that door to it, so it'll never open again. So, Spirit, give me some clarifiers, because the main highlight for this reading is about Christ. Because when that girl said that in that video, and we already know, they said that, Joseph, I think, he was sold, right? His brother sold him, right? But the thing about it, even though Joseph went through what he went through, okay, he was still able to come out and be happy in life. Other people accepted him, loved him, uplifted him, made him greater. So what was the reason Christ himself had to sacrifice himself? He didn't do it for the Creator. So it made me question, who was Christ's father? Who was the one he felt that he needed to do that for? There's something else there. That story now, it don't make sense to me how they say it happened. It's something else there. It was something else there. It was something else. It wasn't just that. I got 3 cards. Only 3 cards come out. Maybe Christ sacrificed himself for somebody else. Could have been somebody he really had genuine something. It's something else was there. But he said, Father. But they knowing that we're not going to be in that same time span like that. Sacrifices are no more. That's the reason why he did sacrifice. If he did, he sacrificed to the point where nobody else would have to. So it was something else more Christ was a part of. Or it was something more. But whatever it was, it can't be done no more. He said it's finished. Christ said it's finished. We have dense fog. That means, personally, wasn't supposed to be no type of sacrifices going on for nothing. Because he was the final sacrifice. Sacrifices are gone. And like I said, the little young lady did the video a year ago. She did it a year ago. When that don't even supposed to be still going on. So we got dense fog. We have the key of the heart. We have meeting of the fates. And I think that's an interesting card. Meeting of the fates. It says, at the crossroads of destiny, important choices are made. And when you think about the fates, that's something that should have been, like Christ said, it's finished. At the bottom of the deck, we have the key to destiny. So we have some keys out here. All praise. Now, dense fog talks about brave the fog to find the answers. That's what it says. Dense fog. It says bright. Y'all, I know this phone is dark. Dense fog. And then we got the key of hearts. It says unchain your mind and find freedom. Unchain the mind and find freedom. And I feel that's what I did today. I unchained the mind. This one anyway. Because when I heard that, baby. When I heard that, oh no. Nah. Hell to the no. And then we just did the meeting of faith. And then right here I said at the bottom of the deck, we have the key to your destiny is in your own hands. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I know what Christ said. It's finished. So like I said, no matter where all for it go, he did it. But I don't know if he was a part of whatever that was he did it for, but he did it. And he said it's finished. That's why I see this key word when I see face. That's stuff that happened long ago. It's overdue. Let's talk about dense fog, please. Wow. I see false person. I see marriage. And Spirit saying I don't have to speak on the last one. But false person. Marriage. It can go either way. Somebody is a false person or somebody in a false marriage. Maybe it is finished. But maybe whoever this false person is trying to keep something alive that's been done with long time ago. And then I look down, I see self. And following Celtic, I see knighthood. And following that, I see change. A change. That's what I see. All right. So, which makes sense because rituals really supposed to be what? Done with. Back in December, the Pope got on TV talking about he was doing what? A ritual. So it may not be no coincidence for Celtic to come out here. So Christ, I thank you. This message is really opening up my eyes. Even though I had some things that I did say. But Christ, I give you all honor. Because now I can even see this thing from a bigger perspective. And I give you the honor for what you did. And I am very, very sorry for looking at you as being this person that I didn't really see in such a wonderful way. And wonderful is an underestimate of a word for the way I see this now. Okay. So, let's go on. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do. I thank you. Because I see this thing now. I even see it different. And I'm thankful for this message right here. All right. The key of the heart is what we at next. So, yeah. Sacrifices, I feel, and rituals, those things been done with. Just like the message I did, or how long the works and things that still going on in this country supposed to have been gone so long ago. It wasn't supposed to still be here. It was supposed to have been gone long time ago. But whoever this false person is with this marriage, whoever this false person is themselves, they know this been done with. They knew this was over with. They knew they was doing something they wasn't supposed to have been doing, but they did it anyway. They carried it anyway. And we're going to look more into this false person. But right now, let's go to the meeting of the fates. Let's go to the meeting of the fates. And we see spouse coming in the reverse. And I think that's something there. Especially when we saw marriage over here. Now we see spouse coming on this side. Marriage and spouse, that's different. So maybe somebody left for marriage. Because this card says spouse. And then we got what? Spirituality and religion. I know I'm on point. To the utmost of being on point. I know I am. And here we go. The arts. Something that I said I already done spoke on. This is what Christ was talking about on that cross when he said, it is finished. This is what he was talking about. All right. Final card we have The key to destiny. The key to destiny is in your hand. It's in your own hand. And key word, own. Your own hand. We see trees, but trees actually like it wanted to come cattle corner. This how trees come out. My phone about to go down. Let me pause and catch it before it go all the way out. Yeah. And instead of me calling you Jesus, I hope it's okay with you if I call you Yashua. That's all only change I would like to bring. I just want to utilize your name, Yashua. All right? Because I don't like the fact that they want to call you Jesus, but they got a slave ship name after you. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think you, I'm not prejudiced or anything, but I think you were black anyway. I feel like if you were white, I don't feel like they really would have named a slave ship after you. No offense. All right. Now, okay. So I think all that stuff's supposed to be done with. Okay. Like I said the key to destiny, but here go the trees right here. But the trees kind of came out on the floor like this. So I'm going to use some tour because I want to know. And I'm going to leave it kind of like this. All right. I'm going to use the tour. Okay. And then I'm going to give a little bit more clarity here for this. Okay. Because I really want to look into this false person before I put this deck down. So Spirit, is there anything you could tell me about this false person? Because it say dense fall, meaning, man, this been a powerful illusion. That's how I really find. That's why it says brave the fall. It been a powerful illusion. That's what I really feel it's been. Whoever this person is had done this. A wealthy man on top of that, maybe. And we got family room coming in the reverse. It's been a wealthy man. Had to be a power. I see this as a powerful illusion. That's probably why he got so many people in the loop, continuing to do something that Yashua said is finished. He said it's finished. Okay. Now, I want to clarify on the marriage. Because I see marriage here. But by the time you go over here, I see spouse. But spouse is on the side. Following spirituality and religion. Let's talk about this marriage. So somebody in a marriage could have been, for one, religious, because I see ships. And it's amazing I see ships. And I just said, what did I just say? That's why they named a slave ship after his name. I believe he was my color, brown. And with this coffin, I know he's no longer here. So I may just be his wife. And because when you look over here, spouse is on the side, lining in with what? The same way as this right here. I just may be his wife. Who knows? But that still don't mean that I supposed to not have a life. Because see, we got trees, but trees come like this. I just may be his wife. Jesus may not be as old as people think he is. I just may be his wife. Cause they said it do supposed to be what? A bride of Christ, right? I don't know. I'm just, ooh. And when I picked the thing up, it said main female. I don't know. But he got lovers. And then, wow. And then when I picked this up and turned it over, what'd that say? That's a high priest. High priest or high priestess. That's what it say. Right there. So, that's amazing. That's very amazing. And we got all that pulled out from who? A wealthy false person who is a wealthy man. Family room came in the reverse. Either somebody ain't part of a family or something. But we got wealthy man right there. Then you got false person. Still tangling in something that was finished. So Spirit, over here, I see tell me about this here meeting of the faiths. We got spouse in the reverse, and we got spirituality and religion. Christ was more on the what? Religion side, and me myself, I feel I'm really more and more. It's no, I keep getting disturbed, but anyway, I'm aiming more to be on the spirituality side. Okay, tell me about and he growing up just like I grew up too. When you think about it, he ain't have much either. Tell me about what's going on over here, Spirit. And we're going to pick some of these cards up because I feel like some of them may be reused when we come to this tree. Look at that. So maybe we got mature man and we got high honors. So with the spouse coming the way it is, the wealthy man, probably what is mature man may supposed to be or something. I don't know. I don't want to cause no confusion. But I might have to look at Torah to see which way this go. Because apparently the false person is really must be it showed a wealthy man for a false person. Family room in the reverse. Now, somebody was in, even though we saw the false person, we saw marriage. So either way it go, out of that 3, because it's 2 with marriage, and we had a false person. So that could have been 2. But when we bought out the card with the wealthy man, that's going to make it 3 all the way around no matter what. So this here is like a 3-way ring of something that potentially had this dense fog going for so long. Okay, that's the way I see that. But we got a mature man. We got high honors. We see spouse. We see that stay there. That's how that's going right there. Mature man, high honors. Look at the bottom of the deck. Biblical. Okay? At the bottom of the deck. So now we're going to get one last clarifier, and we're going to get into some Torah, okay, to try to get us a little bit more. All right? So, Spirit, we see trees. What do I have anything in my hand that lines up with the trees? We got a courtship. Look at that. Somebody may have a courtship. Courtship can be a partnership, friendship, okay, or something. It don't have to be nothing like what the world want to say a courtship is. Because I see courtship in business, friends, and acquaintances. I mean, courtship don't mean, I don't see courtship the way a lot of people do. But, however, we see trees, we see the courtship. All right. Now we're going to get into a few Torah. And we're going to close this out. Going again from those same 4 cards. All right. We're going again from those same 4 cards. But this time we're just going to utilize the Torah. We just want to look at this again from the Torah side. All right. I don't have all my decks now. I wish I really had my other decks, because I know it's a few of those can really get me down to the root like I really would like to. But I know Spirit going to give me this message just as well with what I got. Thank you, Yashua. Thank you. Thank you so much. This message really opened my eyes to really see. Thank you so much. Look at that. And it's no coincidence. The dense fog is already there. Here go the moon right here. Do you see it? Do you see it? That's no coincidence right there. At all. And I really see that moon. It can be utilized in so many ways. On the positive side and on the negative side. You have to find out where we at. But if you really been listening, tuning in, hearing what we're saying, that moon coming out first, right on top of this dense fog, is clarifying both sides, just how I have shown it, presented, and told it to you. That one card. Okay, we see the moon here, dense fog. All right. Anything else you would like to share here on dense fog? And we're going to move on. Anything else? There go a Queen of Wands. Now, I told you, it was one, somebody was a false person, right? I said it could have went either way. Either this Queen of Wands was a false person, or this Queen of Wands, one that was in the marriage, or something. It was something like that. All right. Anything to finish out this shuffle that lines up with dense fog? Okay. I see an Ace of Pentacles and I see a Tower. Okay. That Tower can go either way. Either talk about being released. It can talk about a release, talk about destruction. This Ace of Pentacles talks about new beginning, prosperity. Okay? That's what all that tell you about right there. All right? And I went all the way through the shuffle to get the clarifiers. The key of the heart. The key of the heart, we got here a 5 of Swords in the reverse. And it going back towards that what? Dense fog. So whatever is coming out is going back to those that set up that what? That dense fog. That was a part of something over there. Okay? Some going back. That's the way I see that. Because of the way the card came out, this 5 of Swords, it going back. what they sent out. So they may be going through some conflict, some loss, some love, not love, no, some upheaval, conflicts, want to win something at all costs, deception, anything else to finish out this deck. That's the Ace of Swords. That's some truth, some clarity, maybe some change. And we saw change already. It talks about decision. It talks about action. Okay? We got the Seven of Wands out here. Okay? That talks about courage, perseverance, challenge. We got Judgment out here. And then we got the Emperor here. Emperor into war, strife, into law, order, father figure. Government, maybe. Society, whatever. This Emperor can be a part of multiple things. Anything else to finish out? Okay. Now we're going to the third card. Third card talks about the meeting of fates. We may have to pull the deck back up, though, to finish out this deck. Because I kind of got a good bit of clarifiers over here. Anything over here with the meeting of fate? We got the Hermit. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the other one had the spouse on the side or something, right? Okay. No, spouse, the word. So it could be a hermit. And that makes sense with a hermit being somebody divine, shining the light, being that person to lead the way. And I think mature man came over here too, something like that. There go a King of Wands. Somebody that's a leader. Somebody with insight. Somebody that's a visionary. Could be some type of communication, traveling going on. Okay? We got the Ace of Cups coming in the reverse. Okay? So that means that it wasn't no love. Somebody wasn't in some type of relationship. Okay? Somebody wasn't in a relationship. Okay? Somebody could have persevered. We see a King of Cups. Okay? So maybe one of these here could be false. Because this time we started on this side with the dense fog showing the false person, right? Now we're getting over here to the meeting of fates. I see now, here go, this what a person, this is really what a false person really came in at. So the false person could have been a part of that dense fog, but this false person, okay, now it's some truth or something here. Because see, we got two different kings on this side. We started out with somebody being different on this side in the beginning. Only them know their story. Only they know that story. All right. Now, the key to destiny. So I feel we good with this. We're gonna get all that up. Okay. The key to destiny. Okay. Tell me about this. The key to destiny. The key to destiny is in your own hand. 6 of Wands. Look at that. And I think that's a good card to line in right there. 6 of Wands. Okay. And it's closing out something there too. Okay. New beginnings. It ain't closing something. It's just lining in with that change. Life going on though. And those are the only two. Lining back up with what we started at. All right. So I really see that story just that way. I really do. And I'm content with it being that way. Because he said the victory is already ours. All right? No, thank you, Spirit. Spirit say no. This is the victory is already won. Christ won the victory on the cross himself. The victory was already won. So we wasn't even supposed to even been going through life as the way we have been. There should have been nobody not being here because of this right here. It shouldn't have been that way. We didn't have to go through life the way we have. Because if you think about it, his life would have been in vain. So why would somebody want somebody to do that and still no better results? Who would do that? All right. So Spirit, let's get some closing. Because I really don't, like I said, I know what's going on, but to find the correct people that's really irresponsible, I don't really have that. I don't have that deck with me to really point them out. But I know what I'm feeling within. Like I know maybe what they maybe are feeling with, but I can't give you the hand out of who was in that 3. But I know other people know. They hear this message, they're going to know exactly who got them in something that wasn't even a part of nothing that they may have been doing. Because that's why Christ died on the cross, so that they can be done with, over with, finished, complete, no more. Okay. So some of these in the reverse, I'm going to keep them in the reverse. First card, savings. Somebody is not lonely. Somebody not isolated. Okay. Somebody may not have won something. Somebody is not mad about something. Somebody is no longer in their pride about something. Somebody may have some nightmares. All right. We see Marinette. Okay. We see profession. Okay, Spirit is saying okay, all right, no confinement, somebody probably won't get no blessings, somebody reached the goal, somebody mask fell off, and now they in an overload, sit back and relax, sit back and relax, because relaxation, belongs to you, Here go a broken family, that may have, thought they, was gonna allow, Yashua life, to be in vain, No, it won't. No, it won't. His life will not be in vain. Yashua, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Y'all, he deserves, y'all, I swear. Now I know why they sang that song. Let's give Jesus a standing ovation. I know that the Lord has been good to you. And I use those words, but y'all know Most High is my word. And I gave it out as Jesus because it's in the song. But Yashua, I thank you. And Lord, I use the name Lord, even though it's not in my vocabulary. Because my opinion, Lord, is all connected to man. And I don't serve no man. And I wanted to let that be known and clarified. Because I'm not coming into agreement with those words. But Yashua, I thank you. I thank you so much. But y'all listen to that song. If I'm not mistaken, I think she sung that song when she was with the Alabama girls. But Stephanie Patton leads that song. Let's give Yashua a standing ovation. Because now I really see how that all played out, how it worked out, how it fits into my life personally now. I know now. And my Father gave me perfection and said everything gonna be okay, daughter. Cause what? He said, cause I told y'all, but y'all didn't want to believe. What he said, the victory is already won. All praise. I'm so thankful. So thankful. So thankful. So Spirit, I know it's going to be, I just saw what I saw. It'll probably be something going on for real now from what I just saw right there. Spirit, I just saw a cord. And I know they're going to those that despise what you said. They despise what you said. They despise what Christ said. So, Spirit, we want to look real quick into those individuals because this here was going on because just that they despise. Biblical right there still because they despise what Christ said. Yeah, I use Christ. Yashua or Christ. But I won't do Jesus. Because they got that darn slave ship name, that name. All right. Okay. So, Spirit, let's talk about it. We got journey in the reverse. Somebody ain't going to take a journey, have took a journey, or will take a journey, or it wasn't a journey. Okay. Somebody may not receive something. Okay. All right. Somebody may... something may come to an end for somebody. Somebody got a message or concern. We got a main male. Maybe a main male got a message or concern. There go biblical. There you go. Biblical still keep coming out now. Ever since I started to read it, biblical just continue to keep coming out. Keep coming out. So maybe somebody may know something. Somebody knows something. Journey is the only card to come in the reverse. There go the high priestess. So maybe somebody get a message of concern saying that I said something. Could have been a father. Who knows? Or I talked about the Father. Okay? Father in religion would be who? That'll be Christ. They'll be like Christ, right? Okay. So maybe somebody hearing in on my message. They hear me. For these cards come out, the way they coming out, somebody tuned in. Even though I'm here by myself, but they listen. That's why another reason, two reasons why I really ain't been in no hurry. Because I know who I'm communicating to. I'm communicating really to the main ones that may need to hear. Okay. Now, journey is the only... Maybe they was here. Because there go another tower. Boy, these towers are study coming out. And biblical keep coming out in these reading. I know that. Okay, spirit journey. That's the only card that come in the reverse. Maybe somebody was plotting to go on a journey or something like that. Okay, something about the income, something about that. Then here go coughing again. We just told you about the coughing, but right following that, you got the message of concern. Okay. Let's talk about the journey in the reverse. That's the only card to come in the reverse. Journey. Somebody was about to take a journey. They was getting ready to take a journey, or somebody was gonna travel, but something didn't happen. It wasn't no forward movement. Something got stopped because journey is in the reverse. Something got stopped. These cards are not really coming out, but if they buckle, I'm going to pull them anyway. And if it seems like it's supposed to be out, then that'll be good. So for journey in the reverse, we got the world and we got the two of pentacles. And I like that. That's a completion. And not only a completion, we got balance. So maybe that is the real true reason reason Christ did what he did. Because this was the only way we was going to be able to get what? Balance. Get some harmony. I really feel a good spirit. I really do. I do. I do. Anything else here on journey? We got, no. Some say don't put nothing else there. All right. Just leave it. Because that's really beautiful. The world, two of pentacles. Anything you want to share here? Justice. Wow. Some clarity. Some truth. Balance. Wow. Anything. See a queen at the bottom. A coffin. This coffin came back. Somebody got a message of concern. This coffin could be the reason lining in with this journey in the reverse. Something was stopped. Something came to an end. Could have something to do with some lovers or something, a union, a love. It was something there. So somebody did die, and we know Christ did die. Right. Another clarifier with the lovers. We got the star in the reverse. Anything else? We got a 5 of Cups. That's lost. Grief, sorrow. Somebody could have lost a position. Could have been 2 people. Somebody, we got skill, power, action. Message of concern. And I think the message of concern had a lot to do with the end. We got a high priestess. That's the message of concern. Somebody could be having some anxiety. Worry. Somebody worried. Because whoever knew about this plan tried to keep it hid. They got the message. They got the message. Maybe they gonna end up losing something. Or somebody may know about somebody else's life. Either way, they know something. They know something. And there you go, the creator. There you go. I told you, these people playing this stuff. This was something that they had planned. And what this stuff supposed to been done with. They knew it was done with. They kept it going. You see this? The creator. That means you creating something. And then on top of that, this card got no. They look, even the phone lit up. Dog, and my phone usually be, y'all. It's letting y'all be able to zoom in and see the word no. They knew they wasn't supposed to do that. They wasn't. They made the choice. They made that choice. They made the decision to do it anyway. Because they didn't care. They did not care. And they didn't want to bring no change. They didn't want things to change. You ain't going to tell me whoever had that mindset had a heart. They didn't have no heart. Main male. I'm going to pull up these since we don't talk about these cards because we may have to use some for the last two. And we're going to be done because I think I got more than enough clarity that I need for myself. All right, main male. Where we at with the main male? These the last two, Spirit. Let us get this before I have to stop, Father. Main male. On the main male, we got one fell out, but it looked like whatever it was, it may have been in the reverse. So it's like the main male against some justice, some type of justice. About something. We got a Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, Tower, or something. We got here a King of Swords with the Three of Cups. Okay? They could be happy, celebrating, or whatever. All right? Whether or not they try to use this against me, most times you keep me protected because I know they whole agenda was to steal something anyway because they want money. Final. They wanted to steal anyway. And really didn't make no sense for the simple fact reason why. They ain't like they don't. Okay, Father. King of Wands, Six of Swords. Yeah. Ten of Wands coming in the reverse. I told you. There you go. That's all they want the information for anyway. They want to steal. Seven of Swords. They want it. That's all they want it for. Don't make no sense. They still playing the same mind manipulating game than from the past time. Right or wrong. Make it make sense. Queen of Pentacles. And this is our last shuffle. Start coming in the reverse. We got an 8 of cups, some type of change coming in, been a shift. Okay, we got the hangman, somebody probably reflecting on something, thinking, they really thinking now. Somebody's thinking about something. We see here the 9 of wands, perseverance, courage. Okay, some strength. Somebody may got a lift of strength, because somebody may not knew some truth about something as well. But I think somebody really heard something, really heard something this time. Do you hear me? To the point where they can see so clearly now. Do you hear me? Somebody's seeing very well now. I know I see Yashua clear now. I know that. I see Yashua clear now. Look at that. I like that. 6 cups. Everything's still staying in. And there you go. We done with that. It's finished. For the second time, it has said, it's finished. One of these finished is going to be potent enough to stand. This time. It's finished. We going with that. Duke, y'all see how them cards just popped up? Them cards with, like... I think a lot of clarity been out there. I know that. I see this as being maybe some clarity. Maybe it's not some clarity. But I don't feel like it's no conflict. Okay. We got here the King of Cups. We got the Hierophant. We got here the 2 of Wands. And we got the Word. Okay. I think that's a beautiful thing. And we're going to leave it there. I mean, well, I said what need to be said. If people still want to follow the lies, follow the lies. Everybody got their own free will. But either way it go, I ain't chasing money. But if y'all can just give me just a piece of a donation, so I can just start something up for myself. And even if the money belong to me, it ain't worth my life. But if y'all can help me out, I need a home, I need transportation, and I would love to have some money where I can start my own programs. So if y'all can help me out with that, I ain't really worried about that, because I can move forward with enough to either just get that right there going. Let's get it started. I ain't in no partnership with nobody. I'm by myself, solo with the Most High. I want to make that clear too, okay? All right? Because I don't know the ins and out of what's going on behind the scene now, okay? I know what these cards show me, all right? But if y'all can help me out with just that right there, I sure appreciate it. Talk to you later.